I just want to show you my home gym. I had the house built in 2008, and one of the most important things for me at that time was to have a home gym. And I have to tell you, this little room here gets probably as much or more action than any room in the house, because not only do I lift, but my two kids, Stephen, who's 20, and Jackie, who's 14, both lift a considerable with regularity. Anyway, let's just have a look. You can see over here I've got my judge's outfit, t-shirt from the CrossFit Games. This was back in 2010. So I was there as a judge, and I judged some of the top CrossFitters in those days. That was the first one that was held at the Home Depot Stadium in, I think it's Carson, California, just outside LA. If we come along, you can see I've got bumper plates. So these plates can be dropped on the ground without doing great injury to the ground. So much better than the iron ones that you have at the gyms, although more and more places have bumpers. The bumpers are really important for the Olympic lifts, because as you lift the Olympic lifts, you don't bring it down like that, you dump it, because bringing it down can pull your shoulders out. So I don't do much in here. I'll go to an actual Olympic lifting gym when it's that time. Now coming across, oh, and by the way, I've got there's 200 kilograms of these plates that I have in the gym, a 25, two 20s, a 15, and a 10. And then I've got the smaller ones. So we've got a 5 kilo plate, 2.5. And look at this. This is really great to have the small plates. This is 0.25 of a pound. This one here is 0.5, 0.75, and 1 pound. I've also got a half kilo plate and a 1 kilo plate. So listen, when you're doing shoulder press and bench press, it's really easy to get stuck, and a 5 pound jump is just too much. You can go, with these plates here, you can go a half pound jump, a 1 pound jump, and it really does help you gap to the next level. So I'd recommend it. It's you can get them online somewhere. I can't remember where I got them. It'll cost you a bit, you gotta get them shipped, but once you've got them, they'll last forever. So I got a wall ball here. You've probably seen those at gyms. These are wristlets that you know, when your wrists get sore, especially with snatch, you can wrap it and give your wrists a little extra support. These are great. You might find that at some point in your career, especially as you get older, that your wrists are hurting, and this will give you some extra support. As you can see, it's mirrored right across, so that's great, but you don't want to hit it with any weights, obviously. Over here, I've got this is a 7 kilo or 15 pound bar. So this bar here is the normal bar. It's a 20 kilo bar or 45 pound bar. But this one here is really great for beginners. So as I said, I've got my daughter here. She's only 14. And even for me, when I'm warming up my shoulders to do snatch or overhead squats, I'll use this bar. It really comes in handy. Again, costs a bit, but something that you'll have forever. Here I've got some dumbbells, some fat grips that you can put on the dumbbells to make it harder to carry. You've probably seen those. Olympic lifting shoes or weightlifting shoes. These are great. Again, it's a wood heel, and it gives extra support for your squatting and if you do any cleans or snatches. These are really old school, as you can see. They're a little bit battered. I've had them for years. These are my sons. They're much prettier and heavier, and a really great shoe. It's a Nike shoe. Chalk, because we need chalk when you're doing deadlifts especially, or again any cleans or snatch. And lastly, my knee sleeves. So look, when you're older, and even when you're younger, if you're squatting heavy weights or you're squatting often, you'll get some soreness in the knees. Not really an injury, but something's just a little bit out of alignment. Use the sleeves; they'll keep it much tighter. Gives you a little bit of bounce out of the bottom. And I really like my sleeves, and I use them especially as the weight gets up. I'll go without sleeves for all my warm-up sets, but as I get to my working sets, I'll put the sleeves on. Okay, a couple things I forgot to mention. First of all, you need a good rack. So this rack is very solid. It cost me $400 about 12 years ago, and I'll be handing it down to different generations. That's how solid it is. Obviously, the height is adjustable. I'll do bench press with it as well. I have this bench that I bought off Kijiji also a long time ago, and just put them together and you can do some bench. I mentioned the bar briefly, but this bar is a really good bar, and I'd recommend that you invest in a good Olympic lifting bar. What's called an Olympic lifting bar, even though you can just do regular lifts with it. And you can see here the quality of it because the ends spin. So that if I'm going to do a clean or a snatch, you want the ends of the bar to be able to spin so that you don't torque your shoulders or your elbows. Okay, so look, Rogue has a really good bar. Starting Strength, they have a really good bar for a reasonable price. If you want to go all the way to the high end, you can go to Alico. But I think Alicos are, I don't know, $1,500 or something. They're really expensive. This one was $500 or $600, again, all those years ago. But I'll have it for a very, very, very long time. All right, so look, I don't want to bore you. Thanks for watching. Oh, last thing, just one of these roll pads. What do we call these, Stephen?
Defeat.
Yeah, what's the proper name? Foam roller. So this is a foam roller. If you've got a sore back or a sore IT or something, it's great to roll it out. Doesn't cost much. Great part of the home gym. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. This is kind of my palace here, and we have a lot of good times and build a lot of muscle in this room. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.